said beep beep, I'm a sheep. Beep beep, I'm a sheep. I said beep beep, I'm a sheep.
Yeah. Now some of you might be wondering, how exactly does one beep beep like a sheep? Take it away, Gabe!
Throw your hands up, then point them to the floor. Here's what to do, now get down on all fours. Just bounce around, it's easy for me. Go crazy now, and beep beep like a sheep.
I'm a sheep. I said beep beep, I'm a sheep. I'm a sheep. I said beep beep, I'm a sheep. Beep beep, I'm a sheep. I said beep beep, I'm a sheep. Beep beep, I'm a sheep. I said beep beep, I'm a sheep. Beep beep, I said
You got to beep beep.
I said beep beep, I'm a sheep.
Beep beep.
I said
You got to beep beep. I said beep beep like a sheep.
Yeah. So, you know how to beep beep like a sheep, I see. But, is that all you can do?
Throw your hands up and point them to the sky. Drop to the floor and move from side to side. Just bounce around, come on, I'll show you how. Go crazy now, meow meow like a cow. Beep beep. You got to beep beep. I said beep beep, I'm a sheep. Beep beep. You got to beep beep. I said beep beep like a sheep.
Hello everyone, my name is Notepad Anon and I write games for fun, so what are we doing today? Well, today we're going to be working more on a Saga of Blood, Iron, and Soil. And the main thing what we're going to be doing today is the honor economy. Yes, the honor economy. The most fun and exciting part of the entire exchange. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to have fun doing it. Because it's going to be me having to manage numbers. It's so much fun. That's why. I have alcoholic beverages. So, let's get down to, as they say, business. As I'm getting pinged randomly. God, chippies. So, we go here. I did end up adding in, I fixed some, like, very minor things, and added, finally, a brief history of Iceland. I did, this is pretty much like a full thing, the best I could. I kind of skipped out near the end here. But I wanted to give everyone, like, a good idea of, like, this is what Iceland actually is. And generally speaking, Iceland has a very unique culture, and one that's very fascinating, and I think people should actually read a lot more about. Because I think it's something that isn't talked about very much. It's one of those pieces of land that we kind of assume, but not really go really deep into. So, the big thing is, you can kind of see I added a lot of the images, trying to make things as nice and pretty as possible. Including the slave one, but we can't forget Vikings were slavers, and we have this one, let's see. That was Battle of Stamford Bridge, if I remember correctly. The Norns. And a bunch of just other paintings I could find. Because I like paintings. I think they're fun. So if we go all the way down here. I also gave Ingolf Blue Eyes his own image. I might make a second character, a woman. Just to give the idea of, like, you can have a woman who is this and you have a woman that's this. Generally speaking, nothing else really changed. I did just add in a lot of just things like this. Like, how much honor does it take to do this? some fixing, like minor fixes to the grazing land, how resources kind of pan out. And then we have an example. Generally speaking, I try to get it like, this is just a small corner of Iceland. This is actually a lot bigger than like what I would traditionally think a map would be. But this is kind of like what you're going to be dealing with here. And it's not friendly. And the thing is, I don't want Iceland to be friendly necessarily. Oh no. Like, I don't want Iceland to feel friendly, really. I want it to feel fairly hostile. Even in this, like, particular little area, a lot of the land is actually sparse. And, oop, dropped my phone. And, let me see if I can do Iceland Google Mouse. So, this is actually right up here. This is where actually that little map is from, and if we go right down here, this is just right on the road. This is what this area is. This is pretty much what Iceland is, mostly. And I think people think Iceland is a lot of different things. It is not. This is Iceland. It is barren stretches of fuck all. And up here in this area is all actually mountains. It's all hills, and it's all very unfun thing. Like, there's nothing actually much up here, so if you end up living like right here, well, you're kind of fucked in more ways than one. Like, this is just rocky, awful grazing. So I kind of wanted to reflect it in here. I gave a little bit more trees because there used to be trees in Iceland, but then the Vikings cut them all down. So what is actually going to be kind of the gist for today? What's the plannerino? Well, the main thing is I want to formalize the honor economy system right here, kind of like how that actually works, how the economy functions. People, you know, full of Varg, so not friendly. Not Varg. God, Varg would probably get get shat on if he was in Iceland. But it is a very, at this time, at this era, kind of the saga into the Christian era, it was a fairly hostile place. Not only just because the temperature was hostile, not only because the people were Vikings, but it was just because it was in a very unfriendly land. You didn't really have some formal laws. So, let's do, we're going to call this building the, so farm to call home, and then we're going to do a second section called the honor economy. Excusez-moi. Ah. Oop, didn't mean to do that. The clan resides in the longhouse and the surrounding area. It is home, and it is home on the longhouse and the surrounding area. They will live, work, and eventually die on that territory. However, actually, I should say, however, a farm requires something to grow, and to the Norse, that thing is our animal. That thing is animals. The primary lifestyle of the Norse was built around pastoral living, pastoral life, managing a herd of animals to harvest their meat, fur, or raised to be sold. Every farm had a little bit of everything, but rarely enough Rarely enough to last forever. The cultivation of resources, actually, the cultivation of the herd was essential. Cultivation of the herd was essential. And knowing the flow of time. So the cultivation of the herd was essential. To survive. The cultivation of the herd was essential to survive, similar to how the Norse themselves needed to expand and grow to live in the harsh environment. When starting a game of Saga of Blood, Iron, and Soil, actually, when starting a saga, the players will need to collectively decide on what animals they wish to bring with them from Norway. Actually, from home. To bring from home, and how they plan to feed them. So we're going to do this. We're going to go here. So this should be heading 2, technically. Yeah. Got another ping. Who's pinging me? Well, you pinged me. No. Everyone's laughing at poor fucking Star Citizen. I really do need to update that section, don't I, one of these days? But I never really do. I always forget to update Twitch stuff. I really do. I should update it more frequently. I just never end up doing it because it's not actually very easy to do that. So, actually, here's what we're going to do, because we need to go here. And we need to, effectively, we're going to just take every single one of these, and we're going to slap it right here. We're going to slap it right. We're going to slap it right here. Or maybe we're not going to do that. Maybe we aren't. We'll just paste it in here. So we need to establish our, kind of the animals we're going to be raising. We're going to establish our herd sizes. Then we need to kind of understand our the values of individual ones. And then we need to establish how the feed system works. Then we need to establish the grazing system. Okay. So, economically speaking, we need to learn how to do things. So, our first thing we need to worry about is it's going to be livestock. Livestock, it's a price for, it's going to be price horde per size. Then we're going to need to deal with, okay, we're going to do grazing required, and then it's going to be feed required. Okay, so livestock, we're going to deal with sheep, cows, horses, goats, pigs, chickens. horde size. Sheep are going to be 1. It's going to actually be 2 per size, so you can get a decent amount of sheep. Cows are going to be 3. Let's see, actually, it's going to be 2, 4. Horses are going to be a little bit more expensive. Goats are going to be pretty cheap. Pigs are going to be pretty cheap. And chickens are going to be dirt fucking cheap. You can buy a decent amount of livestock pretty easily. However, this one, so grazing wise, is going to be size times 2. This is going to be size times 5, size times 4, size times 1, size times 3, and size times 0.5. It's very cheap to feed chickens, but the problem is chickens also don't pay out very much. Feed required, it's going to be size times 3, size times 6, size times 5, size times 1, size times 5, and size times 1. Goats are actually fairly easy to maintain. The problem is goats don't actually produce that much. Goats are not really good, like, as an actual, like, pastoral thing. What about slaves? Are they livestock as well? No, they are not. Thralls have their very own set of rights and respects that you have to obey by. They're part of your clan, whether you like them or not. Now, mind you, you do own them. They do not count as livestock, however. Because, like, one of the big things about it is that the thrall in Norse society was not, it wasn't really chattel slavery. It wasn't like, this isn't the fucking antebellum South where you have some guy named Biggest Dickus showing up being like, "Yee-haw, whip," and, you know, the entirety of buck-breaking plays. Not really. These guys had rights and they had actual, like, things that they were required to do. You were just owned by another person. But that person also was kind of required to take care of you, and if they didn't, well, everyone could kind of, you know, tell you to fuck off. Think smart, everybody. Think smart. Then I don't want to worry about thralls too much when you hit the Christian era, because fun fact, Christians don't like it when you take other Christians as slaves. And yeah, that ain't poggers in the good book. Yeah, just remember that, everybody. So let's see. So basic livestock, horde size. We need to understand that our then we actually, what we need to do is we need to establish what our stock is actually like. We're going, so how do we want to do this? It's, there's 2 ways we can actually do this, because we don't need you really anymore. There's 2 ways to handle this. And one is have the massive fucking chart, which would literally just be like, here's all the, like, what we could do is, how do I want to do this? Either you can I can set it up like this, where, you know, it's pretty much like every season, like, the chicken will, like, a chicken is going to produce, you know, seasonally this much. Unless I just do it, like, because what I can do is I can do something like this. So chicken, minuscule, actually chickens, like, chicken size, and then we do minuscule, small, medium, large, and then it's like honor, you know, honor, annual honor, and annual horde. We can either do it like this, we can make either a big one about it, like, let me think this through. So this would be 0, 0. Yeah, the one advantage of chickens is that they are very cheap to actually like produce. Chicken are pretty easy to raise. The problem is nobody really gives a fuck about chicken, and they don't really take up that much room either. So, or we can do, this is option A. Let's just call this option A. Or we can do like, and literally it would be like minuscule honor. So actually, this would be. So let's actually do. So this would be honor table. So if we do the honor table, it would be minuscule, small, medium, large, massive. And then we would have to do it for both of them. So the table would be larger, like you'd have larger tables, but you'd have a little bit more detail per. So this would be like, select everything here, do that. So like chickens would be 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. Pigus would be 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. Goats would be 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. Horses would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cows would be 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. And sheep, which are the most valuable, like cost efficient wise, sheep are the best. Because they're pretty cheap to do, cheap to upkeep, and you're going to get a lot of shit out of them because they are just that essential to the Icelandic economy. They are that important during this era because this is the way that you're not going to freeze to death. So if we do that, then we do a horde table. However, you're not getting a lot of horde out of them. That's kind of that's usually the problem child. 1, 2, 3. Pigus. Pigus are going to get a little bit more. Goats are going to have very low. 1, 2, 2, 3. So yeah, you're pretty accurate. Horses are the exact same. Cows generate a shit ton because, fun fact, cows can produce a lot of shit that you need because they are very good when it comes to their job. Then sheep are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do annual horde. Annual. We're going to do that. We're going to do Roboto 12. Then we're going to select all of you. We're going to make you 12 and then set you to Roboto. Okay, wait, I gotta remember to do this one as well, just to make sure everything is on the up and up. So, form to call home. Starting collectively tell them what animals they wish to bring with them from home and how they plan to feed them. Paste on linked. So we need to do table properties. We need to do alignment, middle, center, column. We don't need to worry about that. So. An animal's size range. Actually, the livestock size ranges from minuscule to massive, which we're going to insert footnote. Minuscule, small, medium. Large, massive. Keep note that these aren't hundreds of animals each, but maybe a few dozen at medium. These are hand operations undertaken by a few. Massive levels of honor. Yeah, pretty much. Like, because how it works, how I can see it in my head anyway, is every year you get to decide whether or not you want to cash out your animals for honor or do you want to cash them out for your hoard. With the idea being, are you literally spending these things? Are you kind of using the resources you've accumulated to host a big fucking party for everybody? To kind of keep everybody's spirits up? You know, you're giving a gift to to the farm over there, and in exchange, you're exchanging, like, you're growing cows, we're growing, some sheep, we have some sheep, you have some cows. Here's a few bundles of wool, you give us a few, you give some beef, and we're all happy with each other. There's no exchange of money. No one's getting richer, no one's getting poorer, but we've both kind of shown each other, like, we're working together in this. Like, we're friendly, you're friendly, we're all making money. Alternatively, building your hoard up is you selling this on the open market effectively. It's you saying, we've gotten a bunch of, all of our excess beef, all of our excess wool, we're going to go to the nearest town and we're going to sell it. I'm going to kind of do it at the end of the year, even though it would be during more like summers when you do this. Kind of with more of the idea that it's easier to do that, just to say, like, at the end of the year, at the end of 4 seasons, you're going to cash out. And once you cash out, it's like, okay, you're not losing anything. The problem is the hoard is going to grow. Minuscule to massive, representing the number of animals in that particular herd. Each livestock has specific grazing and feed grazing requirements and feed requirements that encourage the growth of the farm. The amount of hoard required. Initially to purchase the animals. The animals is relative to their value. So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump up horses to be pretty expensive overall. To get, like, mind you, this is two horses. Like, this is 2 horses for 8 hoard. That's a lot of fucking money. But that's like, we're going to start breeding these horses. Bump you up a little bit. I want to bump cows up. Cows up a little bit. Keep goats the same. Pigs are very valuable, but goats are cheap, but cheap and relaxed. Let's see. Just to reiterate. Grazing land is dictated by the quality of the land itself, while feed is the amount of farming that needs to be done to keep the animals upright, keep the animals alive during winter. And this also is a way for you not just to buy a shit ton of things, because you're not going to have enough food. Initially to purchase the animal. So, I'm getting pinged again. Hello. Someone actually pinged me. I'm going to be going over another reuse games tomorrow. There we go. Drinking my piss water because that's how I do things. We don't need you anymore. Quality of land itself. Feed is around farming needs to be done to keep the animals alive during winter. Any tile can be converted into a farming tile, but lose the grazing power of it. So the idea is that every tile can pretty much be used for gathering resources, grazing, or you're putting a farm on it effectively. Which some are pretty good for that, which you kind of see if we go up here, for example, when it comes to quality. Maybe you kind of want to use that ideal grazing land for feed, but maybe you want to use it for grazing. Or maybe you want to use it just because feed is more efficient. Usually, more of the time, growing food is going to be a little bit more efficient. The problem is, grazing is a lot more important. So it's kind of that back and forth. And it's easier to get feed when you use things like fish, for example, which you can use it, exchange it for feed, or you can use it to exchange for all these things. That's kind of the point. That reminds me, I need to table properties, cooler. Vegeta. Let's see, but losing the grazing power of it. And I should put in a side note. So I'm going to do an example. Ingolf. Well, yeah, we'll do Ingolf. What's an appropriately Old English name generator? The Reedsy blog saved lives, remember that. Actually, I should say is Norse name generator. Old Norse name generator. You want the Viking name generator. We'll do that. Ivor. There we go. Ivor's farm. Ivor and his family have established themselves in Iceland. With a small farm. So we're actually going to swing up here real fast just to double check to make sure everything is accurate. We want to scroll down to right here. Where is it? I need to double check where the fuck you are. So the time of your arrival, let's just roll a d6 real fast. Late arrival. So, Ivor arrived in 915, far after the initial settlement. Bringing 20 horde and 5 honor with him. He opts to build an impressive herd to keep him and his family well fed. And we're going to swing down here, just double check to make sure everything is accurate. And he's going to have small cow, which is going to be 10. And it's going to require 10 grazing. So 10 grazing / 12 feed. And he's going to have small sheep, which is only going to cost him 4, but it's only going to require 4 grazing, and it'd be 2 6 feed. And establishing his farm in a secluded area. He manages to score a decent 20, what would be a good 15 grazing lands. He manages to secure a average grazing land, and a good and an average grazing land and ideal. Actually, it would be secure. Actually, he managed to secure 3 tiles, producing a total of 15 grazing, and it'd be 50 and 30 feed. He'll need to expand rapidly. He'll need to expand to build out the herd, but he should feel secure in his initial investment. There we go. So pretty much he's got 2 average lands and a technically what I should do is it'd be 10 15. He's got some sparse grazing land and some shitty feed lands. Like, he's not doing too hot. Actually, what we should do is 25 grazing and then 2. Okay, yeah. He's doing well. Because that's one of the big things. Like, it's even like a simple thing. Like, yes, you bought effectively 2 steps of cows and 2 steps of sheep, and it's already like, well, you're almost going bankrupt. Yeah. Pretty much, if you're an early arrival, you have a lot of honor to claim an initial land, but you can't really buy anything. You're coming in here with, like, a bit of sheep and a few chickens. Like, you don't have much to actually work with. Which, if you're a late arrival, you kind of have a lot of stuff to work with, but you don't have a lot of room to expand into. So you're kind of encouraged to keep keep your money close. So, alright, so what we're going to do is livestock values. So, the pastoral life is rarely an easy one. With grazing land sparse and feed always in need. With let's see, grazing land sparse and feed mandatory. The settlers are required to sell their goods. Actually, pastoral life is rarely an easy one. With the herd being the lifeblood of both dinner and payment. At the end of the year, 4 seasons. The clan opts to see. Actually, how do I want to word? At the end of the year, 4 seasons, the clan quote, cashes out, choosing to either either gain honor or hoard for each of their animals, for each of their livestock. Honor represents gaining, trading for goodwill rather than profit, while hoard is the raw value of goods and services, goods provided, traded for the essentials. How do I want to word this? Each piece of livestock, each size of livestock, actually I should say, livestock can be divided based off size to accommodate different needs, such as having more honor, or hoard as necessary. However, keeping the full size may be the only way. Actually, no. Livestock needs to be designated. Let's see. Livestock needs to be designated for either. While the family may be able to sell some, it's about the bulk macro goods produced that truly matters. What does this actually mean? What? Notepad, what the fuck are you talking about? Pretty much what I don't want people to do is say like, oh, well, if I divide all my fucking horses into, minuscule amounts, if I divide my medium thing of horses into minuscule amounts, I'll be making 9 honor 9 hoard rather than only 5. You can't do that. It's kind of an all or nothing kind of thing. Why am I doing it that way? Because it's a lot easier than the alternative. And it makes my life a lot easier. And it makes your life a lot easier. By virtue of just saying, rather than like splitting it up and counting each one individually, it's just like, this is what this horde is going to produce, or this is what this is actually going to produce. Mostly because the sizes aren't defined. That's another big thing about abstraction that's important, is a minuscule amount of, say, horses are 2 horses. A medium amount of horses may be 5 horses. Like, dividing it up into like, oh wow, yeah, no, that's not how that works. It's by virtue of having that size, you're being able to get more. You're getting more out of it. Being able to get a lot of pigs, for example, together makes them worth actually, selling. Because you have a lot of pigs and you have a lot of excess goods. Splitting them up isn't really how it works. I should actually put that in here. It's about the bulk macro goods produced that truly matters. The required amount to survive in required amount of food and resources required to live are already deducted from the totals. So it's not like the idea. I'm not going to be like, well, make sure you have 3 sizes of pigs or whatever to survive the winter. I'm not going to do that. That's boring. I am going to say, like, you're making, having a big thing of pigs is very useful because you're going to be able to actually sell off more excess hair. Let's see, required amount of food. So if we put you right here. Can I put both of these? They're not going to let me get away with both of them, are they? We put these down here. I should be able to fit everything together. If I do middle, center, black on black. 1 point font. We need to go here. We need to select you. We need to go here. One, black on black, middle, center. Hit that. Cool. Actually gonna bump this up by 2 just to kind of give y'all a little bit better idea. Actually, I could probably reduce you to that. And if I do that, I can do 12 here. Reduce you down to 10. Tables are kind of wonky in this one just because there's a lot of tables to consider. Okay, so... actually, during winter time... Actually... How do I want to word this? When it... in desperation... In desperation. A clan may choose to cull their herd down, reducing the size by 1. The clan is immediately able to claim the honor or hoard value of that size of the culled size. So if you have a large thing of cows, cut the cows down into size that you need, just to get more shit out of it immediately, so you don't starve to death. And choose color her, reducing the size by 1. The clan is immediately able to claim honor of the culled size. If the clan is unable to feed their animals during winter, the clan reduces the size of reduce the size of a chosen livestock group by would be 1 or 2. We'll do by 1, receiving no resources from it. If you lose your animals in fucking winter, they're going to die. There's no like happy-go-lucky ending to it. They're just going to die. Animals fed and happy. Actually, a clan. Let's do. A clan may choose to import feed at a rate of 1 horde per 2 feed. We'll do actually 2 feed. There we go. So yeah, if you're not doing too hot, like feed-wise, like you can technically buy more feed, but it's not really that efficient. Like it's the last thing you really want to do. Actually, what I can do, we'll do that. We'll put Ivor's farm here. I only expand to build more herd. At the end of the year. Hello, beer. At the end of the year, Ivor chooses to, let's see. Either chooses to sell the cows for 3 horde, and share the sheep for 3 honor. He's made a good impression on his neighbors, and came out a little richer for it. We'll slap a nice little image right down there, which brings me to the next aspect, which is going to be what we're going to call pastoral growth. Animals breed. The main advantage of the pastoral life is that the main production is always expanding. Each of the wait a second. Actually, let me. Some are seasonal. I forgot about that. Fuck. How do I want to do this? Okay, what we're going to do. Let's see. The end of the year, 4 season, it cashes out choosing either honor. Literally an easy one. At the end of the season or year, the clan cashes out, choosing either gain for each of their livestock. And what we'll do is annual honor. Which are the annual ones? Let's just do this. So who is annual? Horses are annual, pigs are annual. The rest are seasonal. So what we need to do is we will do seasonal horde first. Let's just do this real fast. So we'll need to do the annual. We'll do seasonal honor, and then seasonal horde. So if we do this, sheep are seasonal, chickens are seasonal, pigs are annual, horses are annual. So we need to cut horses and pigs. But that means we need to cut you all. Okay, so Ivor's farm. At the end of the year, sell the cow for 3 horde and shit. Carrot and for 3 horde. So, at the end of the winter season, Ivor chooses to sell the sheep, to share the sheep. Share the sheep for 3 honor. 3 honor. And as it's the end of the year. Ivor chooses to sell the cow for 3 horde. Okay. So since we've established this, these go horde, these go seasonal, mostly because cows are going to be producing stuff constantly, but they don't expand very fast. All right, which we'll do pastoral. We'll do pastoral growth. Animals breed. Livestock will gradually increase in size. Increase in size the longer they are able to breed. As long as they are able to breed, slowly increasing the size of the herd. To produce more goods. The more goods available, the better the farm does. And which means we need to go here, and we need to select all of you here, put you down here instead, then do, so we do livestock, growth rate, yeah, we'll just do growth rate, which is going to be one annual, 1 2 years, 1 2 years, 1 annual, 1/annual, and then 1/seasonal. Wait, god damn it. Chickens are 1 seasonal. Cows are 1 2 years. And then the rest are 1 annually. The more goods available, the better the farm does. However, growth does mean an increase. An increase to the strain of does mean an increase to the strain of the farm. They may choose to cull the herd immediately. To keep down on the size. Because if we do that, that's a little bit too big. We do that, do you, click you, pastoral growth. We select the growth rate. Paste unlinked right there. We'll put a picture right there of some sheep or something, because sheep are nice. And with sheep, make sure we don't die alone in. And we'll put like a sheep image right there. Alright, so we've gotten the Sheeponomics done. Because we've kind of established what everything does, and we've also established that there's a problem that you need to fix. We need more land. We need more territory. We need more things to feed our goddamn sheep. Because if we don't have more land to feed our goddamn sheep, we're not going to have enough resources to feed ourselves. So, but, oh no, Ivar the fuckhead has a bunch of sheep and he has a bunch of territory that he's claimed. Why don't we just take it? Why don't we just burn down all of his shit over there? Which is a good idea, and you should totally do it. What the fuck? Why are people the way they are? Okay, so we've got this, we've got example, we've got how our farm functions. Now we need to undertake the honor economy. the honor economy, and you. Honor is a mixture of many. Honor is a mixture of perception, desire, and understanding the world that the clan inhabits. As a Norseman, as a Norse farm holder, as a Norse farmer, it is your duty. As a Norse chieftain, as a Norseman, it is the duty. It is the as a Norseman. It's a duty to. I don't want to word this. Perception, design, understanding the world the clan inhabits. A Norseman is expected to fight and maintain his honor and those around and his kin. His own honor and maintain his own honor. This can be reflective of many different things. However, there are a few constants. Society. Be brave. So it's pretty much be brave, be strong, be strave. Actually, how do I want to do this? Actually, be strong, be brave, strong, wise, and eat. Be brave, strong, and wise. But the main... Fuck, how do I want to word this? Pretty much what I want to do with this section is I want to say, like, the honor economy is important. It is kind of the perception of others of the farm, and in turn, kind of the chieftain title. Actually, clan and habits. Okay, so honor is in abstract representation of the farm's prestige and the inhabitant and its inhabitants societal expectations. Fighting, raiding, selling, trading, and generally being and following the rule of law. Rule of law is a solid method of maintaining and building honor of the farm. However, there does come a few exceptions. So, the perceived slights, insults, or even opportunity must always be met always be met face to face, and always must be met. Slights, insulting, and opportunities must always be met face to face, forcing the clan to confront its enemies, and understand why they are enemies. Honor is a resource that can build over time and be spent to make claims, and convince others of the clan's intentions. The primary generator of honor is the active characters. active characters performing deeds and spreading the good word of their clan and of their people. Whether this is trading, fighting, or getting a phone call. Hello, phone. Alright. Let me see. So, pretty much how I want this to sound like, and it's sounding a little pretentious, but I want to kind of get across the ideas, is you're going to build honor. You're going to build honor through play. And then your people are going to want to kind of build off. Pretty much honor builds honor. So honor increases honor. Which is, alright, this makes sense, which is pretty good. However, one of the other ideas is honor can also be taken from you. It's easy to take away somebody's honor. You're insulting them, you're raiding them, you're generally making them look weak. And because of that, you also kind of want to pretty much take honor back from others. But this leads to feuds, which is kind of this back and forth. It's easy to naturally build it, but you also have these larger bursts of it. Good with other people. However, allowing, let's see, honors resource. Regenerate active character from deed and spreading the good word of their people. Honor can also be taken away by others believing the clan is weak. Feuds result from law conservation of honor. Pretty much. You joke, but yes. Because what usually occurs with like most of the feuds in the sagas anyway, what occurs is one person is goaded into doing something. Then because they are goaded into doing the thing, the other family like retaliates. And there's this back and forth because nobody wants to be on the wrong side of the honor. You always want to be on top. You want to be the one who did successfully come out on top, not the, well, you lost. Because that's a big blow. So, honor can also be taken away by others believing the clan is weak, or, taken away by others believing the clan is weak. This creates a cycle of building, taking, retaking, and solidifying honor. So we're going to add a second section, which is going to be taking honor is all about the active character. Actually, I should say taking honor is the result of, how do I want to do this? Because in story, in lore, in the actual like feeling of the game, it makes very much a lot of sense because it's going to kind of naturally occur. But it's like putting it into words is a little bit more complex, you could say. We got another 5 minutes. Let's see. Taking the result honor is the result of feuds and feuds, and raids. Raids against the farm itself. Anytime the active character, anytime a character connected to a clan is weakened, is considered weak, or seen in a bad light, they will reduce, actually. So, it's connected to a clan, is dishonored, the entire clan suffers as a result. So what we can do here, actually, is we'll make a spreadsheet, because of course we're going to make a spreadsheet. So we're going to go here, and we're going to do, let's do that. So it's going to be honor loss. Which is going to be dishonorable acts, which is a character. Character is accused of a crime. -1d. It's going to be -1d6. Character. Actually, I should do this to this. Character is accused of crime. Character is found guilty of a crime. Doesn't really matter what it is, just like you are weak by virtue of this. Character is murdered. Is killed by a character is killed and not avenged. -4d6. A character is not accused of a crime. How do I want to word this? Character has from acts dishonorably, acts dishonorably, which is going to be just a -2d. It's actually going to be a -1. It's going to be xd6 with a footnote here. Footnote is depends on character in question. Yeah, it depends on character in question. The lower the rank, the lower the impact. Pretty much, if the chief acts like a little bitch, you're gonna have a bad time. If a thrall acts like a little bitch, everyone's gonna laugh at the thrall, and no one's really gonna comment. So let's see what some other likes. Dishonor in Viking society. Okay. Character is an oath breaker. Character is an oath breaker. 4d6. Let's see. There we go. So it's pretty much like, if you act like a little bitch, you're gonna get punished like a little bitch. And that's not a very good thing to do. Like, you don't want to kind of be... let's see, what we want to do is honorable acts. And so we want to do honor gain, which is character is, stands up actually to a stronger opponent. Actually, I should say is character is insulted Character is insulted and does not reply, which is going to be just negative 1d3. Actually, character is in debt to another. There we go. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? So, what's good honor? What's a good honorable? And then sometimes you have to do valiant men who exert good influence. Character is strong and brave. Character exemplifies Norse values. Values: strong, wise, etc. Pretty much, if you are a good person, congratulations, you're going to be a good person, and people are going to really like that of you because you're a good person. Actually, a character enacts vengeance upon those who wronged them. Let's see. Personal honor, physical bravery was taken for granted. Self-control. How do I want to word this? Let's see. Character enacts vengeance upon those who wronged them. Character is considered. Actually, character dies nobly. Character dies nobly. Actually, character dies in a heroic or noble way. Character insults another, and actually, how do I want to word it? Calls into question the character of another. The character of another. There we go. What I should do is need not be worked on the individual. Power to stay is weak. Vengeance was sanctioned to encourage by laws. But seriously hindered to avenge himself without penalty at any time until the case was brought to court. Duels are an accepted way of making verbal injuries. National Parliament no longer exists due to the geographical landscape. The dual site is generally considered to have been an island. Some sagas test location, however, suggesting island is now covered. Let's see, chat. let's see. Weapons are... Let's see. Let's see. If either man's blood, he was permitted to withdraw. Man with the worst wound could buy himself off. However, if the man died, his property went to the winner. So most fights were to the death. Winning, being victorious. Victorious in a duel. 3d6. If you haven't noticed yet, you don't really gain that much by virtue of just not die, of, being, a smart person. No, you get it by acting stupid at some point. There do come a few exceptions. Even opportunity must always be met face to face. One confronts enemies, understand why they are enemies. This creates a cycle of building, retaking, and solidifying. I think honor. Let's see. Honor loss is as common as honor gain. Honor loss is common as honor gain. As the nature of people demand vengeance, insults, and trying to survive in a harsh land. Because remember, if you are victorious, you get more shit. If you are not victorious, you're going to lose shit, and nobody wants to lose anything. So what we're going to do is do honorable acts first. So honorable acts. So yeah, I think it's like I want to encourage people to really... I want you to get into fights. I want you to feel like I am... How do I want to word this? I want you to get angry at people because they've wronged you. I want that to be like a very real reaction of this motherfucker over here, this little bitch boy over here did what? He said what to me? I'm going to kill him. Which is a perfectly reasonable response. And it should feel like a perfectly reasonable response of you've done something wrong. You have committed crime, and crime is bad, or you fucked up, so you're gonna pay the price now. I wonder if I can get away with this. Actually, I should. Can I get away with another one? Yeah, no, don't be a little bitch. What I am going to do is... I just need to do this. I need to go here. I need to go here. We need to do data remove filter, data add filter. Do this real fast. Character stands up to a stronger opponent. Actually, why aren't you... do that. Surrenders in a duel. Surrender! Hello, phone. Okay, got enough time. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Accused of a crime. You didn't actually do the thing I fucking wanted you to do because you never fucking do, Google. Do that. We do that. Okay, so we need to go here. We need to do that. So I'm going to paste you right there just to make my life easy. I need to do that. I need to go here. And actually, I need to do this. Actually, no, I need to do... accused of a crime. Then we do this, we do that, and we select everything here. We make everything white, and we do middle, center, hit this button, and we are good. So the honor economy in you, depending on the character in question, the lower the rank, the lower the impact. Okay, there we go. Which are going to lead to heading. We will do heading 3. Feuds. Feuds. A feud is a simple idea. If a clan has engaged in a clan has wronged another clan, and instead of justice demands vengeance. Mr. Greek man, what are you doing? I've said this before more than once, but I get a ding every time someone goes to my website, and I've gotten one guy from Athens showing up quite a bit today. I don't know why man from Athens has showed up a while today, but he's showed up like 4 times today. I don't know why, but he has. So, feud is a simple idea. The clan has wronged another clan, and justice demands vengeance. To enact such justice... A blood feud is a large-scale endeavor. Without a clear definition of who wronged who by the end of it. These feuds can last generations, as one side enacts vengeance on another, who in turn enacts vengeance. When a blood feud begins, both sides have been wronged, and no formal court agreement can ever settle it. A blood feud. Let's see. No, it should be a blood feud begins when both sides have been wronged, and no formal court agreement can ever settle it. When it begins, both families every year. When it begins, the feud has a honor value of 10. Honor value of 10, indicating the severity of the conflict. Every time an action every time in action is carried out by another side of the feud. Every time an action is carried out by another side of the feud, the honor value of the feud increases. When blood has been spilled. When blood has been spilled, a character of a particular clan is murdered or injured. That when blood has been killed, the character of a clan has been murdered or injured. The blood has been spilled. The clan who has been how do I want to do this? Who's been blood? When blood has been spilled, the clan who has been hurt has takes the initiative on the feud. Takes the initiative on the feud, which allows them to further. Actually, no. Actually, the clan who perpetuated. Actually, how do I want to word this? Pretty much how I want this to go is, let's say family A kills someone, kills family B. Technically, B has the initiative. They are pretty much said, you're supposed to now respond. If family B kills family A has the initiative. So actually, when a character of a clan has been killed or severely injured, the bloodied clan is seen to have how do I want to do this? It's not advantage, not initiative, but the mantle of, pretty much it's the idea of like you're pretty much like you're duty bound. Actually, seem to have the duty to actually have the duty of vengeance. Blooded clans seem to have the duty of vengeance. With that duty, they are expected to retaliate in kind or suffer a ticking negative to honor a season. So okay, there we go. Until it's kind of like you've killed the other person, until you've kind of returned in kind. Has been killed or severely injured. The bloody clan seems to have. A feud will end in 3 circumstances. One side of the feud is eradicated. One side of the feud is eradicated. The opposing side claims all of the honor currently on the feud. The opposing side claims all the honor currently on the feud. One side of the feud is, how do I want to word this? Actually, a feud is settled by the all thing, is settled in court. Neither side gets the honor. Neither side gets the honor of if the if the court, either side gets the honor of the feud, neither side gets the honor. And finally, it's a settlement, which is a feud is settled. Feud is settled by feud is settled by the court. Feud is settled by the families. It is actually settled by the clans. The clan without the duty of vengeance claims all of the honor. So pretty much it's you've completely killed the other family. They're just gone. There's nothing left of them. You settle everything in court. You pretty much go higher up and you fix everything there. Nobody is happy. But, you know, it's kind of like, stop fucking fighting. Or, you know, the duty of vengeance goes to nobody. We're done now. Stop this. Or you settle it by yourselves. You sit down and you agree to stop fighting. The thing is, the duty of vengeance, whoever has that, is the one who gets it. You know, actually, the clan without the duty of vengeance claims all of the honor. Because this is occurring in two situations. If you have the duty of vengeance, you're pretty much expected by the people of Iceland to retaliate. This man has killed your brother, you're expected to kill one of them. Or get something out of them. Like, pretty hardcore. Like, give me half your farm, it's here. Or I will kill you. Or kill one of their brothers, or something like that. And that's when it's like, if you have the duty of vengeance, your advantage is you're going to try to wipe them out. You want to burn down their house while everybody's inside. That's what you want to do. You've successfully done. You might be a fucking monster by the end of it, but you've succeeded at the feud. Settle it in court, no one's happy. If you settle it among yourselves, it's pretty much the person whose honor is already on the line. You don't get anything. The person whose honor isn't on the line anymore, in the eyes of many, they get everything. Which is kind of the idea of, I've killed your brother, you have the duty of vengeance, however, we're going to end this now. We're sitting down, we're going to end this between our families, no one's going to kill each other anymore. If you agree, ta-da, we've agreed and nothing, and even though you are pretty much responsible for your family, you've kind of said, we're done. Feuds are in. The duty of, has the duty of vengeance. One side of the feud. And if you thought we were going to get rid of the tables, fuck you. So, Acts 2, raise the, feud honor. Feud actions, honor on feud, honor a feud. Character, death of a family member, which is going to be a 5 increase. Death of a family ally, of a clan ally. Actually, we'll do that. Clan ally is going to be 4. We're going to raid again, which is going to be a raid, which is going to be 3D, which is going to be 2D, which is going to be, we'll just say, just the act of raiding another person. It's going to be like you've killed someone, but you're just stealing shit. Property destruction. We're going to increase that to 6, and we're going to, let's see, what would be some other good ones? Major injury of clan member or ally. which is going to be seen as 5. You know, it's pretty. Actually, we'll do 6. It's pretty serious, but not like it's more like you're making a point. You want to drag us out. It's actually we'll do a pitched battle, which is going to increase it by 10. And what would be another good one? What's another good one just to round this out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do another. We'll do a good 7. Actually, generation next generation. Next generation, 5. You're just gonna gain it by virtue of next generation, which is next we're going to do break court agreement. Break court agreement 15, because you've literally broken the court. Refuse peace talks. Refuse peace talks is going to be another big 10. Would be another good one. Actually, yeah, we'll do these. Pretty much, you are encouraged to you kind of want to enter these duels because you want to kind of maintain your own sense of honor, and you're not like you don't want to be seen as a fucking baby. You want to be a baby child and like let those assholes get away with this? Hell no. Get into a fight. Fuck them up. Come on, you're strong. You think like of course we will never surrender our allies. We will slay our enemies. Be like, yeah, it's actually, let's see, actually, add an ally, add in allied clan to the feud. Pretty much with the idea of being like you've added another person to the feud. Like, they've now gotten involved. And because somebody else has gotten involved, it's just gotten nastier. Let's see. I should actually do, let's see. Actually, I should do is kidnap family member. Which is a pretty serious insult. Like, we don't know. Disrupt trade or farm life. There we go. There we are. So pretty much that's how feuds work. I think I'm going to call it there for today. And here's the... Oof. Okay, so we got quite a bit done, actually. Got a little bit more than I was planning on doing. So if we go all the way up here. So, okay. What we're going to do is probably, it kind of depends on how things go. I wanted to get a little bit more done. I may actually do even a second stream tonight, depending on how I'm feeling. What I'm going to try to do, though, is I want to get these done. I might do a Sunday stream to get combat and intrigue wrapped up, and then wrap up through the ages. I might do a Notepad Must Die even on Monday. Depending on how things go and like what I plan on doing, I might Notepad Must Die. And when I do a Notepad Must Die, it is going to be literally ripping through combat, ripping through intrigue, and then through the ages, and kind of like getting that to where it works. Because like a lot of this is just setup. Like, that's the big thing. This is a game that really is 99% setup and payoff. That's what kind of Blood, Coin, and Steel was all about. So hopefully everything kind of works there. I'm feeling pretty good. I think the only thing that I'm a little bit worried about is some of like the little details, and I'm not 100% sure on the map and shit like that, and like the domain system. But I'm gonna have to add, like, through the ages, I'm gonna actually put in some more notes of like how to use these things and kind of tying it all together. So yeah, so thank you all for watching. My name is Notepad, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all tomorrow at noon EST for the Curious Case of Japanese Tabletop Role-Playing Games number 3. We got some fun games going on. We got some fun ones, we got some odd ones, and hopefully everyone shows up, because I like it when people talk. So, thank you all. Godspeed, good luck, and I will see you all tomorrow. Yeah, yeet!